how come you never went back as Demolition again? How come you never went back even as the Mass Superstar to WWF?
Well, the promise I had for the position kept getting less and less and less, from full-time position and full-time pay to part-time position and part-time pay.
Mm.
So why am I going to stay there and beg for a job when I could get on a phone and go where I wanted to go and do what I wanted to do?
How come you never went to WCW with Barry?
We were going to go. We before we finished up, we had a proposal to go in. Ole had contacted me about coming back in as a Mass Superstar, and I was trying to push the fact that, well, we're well known as Demolition, but they were having difficulty with guys not wanting to work with Vader, so he wanted me to come in as Mass Superstar to work with Vader, which, after I hear all the stories with other guys working with Vader, maybe it was a good thing that I didn't go. But then Barry and I were going to go in. But then at that particular time, and I think you'll talk to him too, there were so many different factions at the WCW. They had, like 9 different little groups that were trying to maneuver their way to be the top group and the top power. That neither one of us at that time wanted to go through those power struggles. So I went back to Japan.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you this, and then I've got a couple more, and then I will let you go. You start bringing up Demolition again on the indies, especially I think in Canada, is it? And there's a new fella called... See, I've got a load of different names here, but actually this fella's written Old School Pro Wrestling. Also, can you please ask Bill about his short-lived tag team with the Canadian Giant, aka Demolition Hooks, in All Japan in 1991?
Yeah, that was just one tour. And it didn't work out. And I was asked to do it. I did it because of my loyalty to Inoki. But after the first day, literally the first day, that idea was squashed. So it didn't last.
And the other one is the WWF, I believe, weren't that happy about it, but you start doing Demolition again with a guy called Richard Charland, who, aka
Yes.
Blast. So how long did you do that before the WWF copyright team came a knocking?
Well, that was, we did a couple events, I think, in Canada, but that was primarily for an overseas tour. I think it was India or maybe Pakistan. And I had already was involved in that legal situation with WWF at the time. So there was no set ownership. They said they owned it. I said I owned it. And as it turns out, I did own it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I do own it.
Nice.
And I own it till 2 days after I die. And I probably won't need it after that.